In this video, I'm going to give you a few tips and hints if you're leading a choir or a group, or you're part of a choir or a group and you'd like to sound a lot tighter, a lot more together for a performance. So one of the first elements that we need to look at is the choir able to sing just one note together and sound nice? So the first thing you should do is just pitch a note, any note, just pick a note that's comfortable for everybody and all sing that to the same sound, whether that's R or La. Make sure everybody's singing in time and you're getting a nice mix on that. Now it's also worth remembering that people with higher voices, so your sopranos perhaps, people tend to arrange a choir in a nice visual way. Remember that higher frequencies carry much better than lower frequencies, so you might want to put the higher voices more towards the back or towards the side of the group, because they're going to cut through, and the people with the lower voices, perhaps you'll want that extra volume push from them to be a bit closer to the audience. So do bear in mind the positioning of the voices as you do that, and don't just do it so it looks good. Think about how it's going to sound as well. So once you've got one sound that everybody is singing, hopefully in tune with each other and together, then start playing with the volumes of different voices. So sing one note, hold it, and then as a conductor, just stand at the front and point at people and lift your hand and raise your hand to get them to either be louder or quieter. And if they're running out of breath through this process, then they just stop and start the note again. So you've got a constant sound and you can start playing with people's voices. There's bound to be one or two people that just kind of really crack out a massively loud sound, which is great, but it might just be kind of pushing the sound a little bit too far. You might need them to quieten down. And also by conducting at the front, you might encourage those that are a little bit quieter just to raise the volume enough to be a good blend with the rest of the group. So once you've got your blend and everybody knows that the kind of volumes that work best with the group, and it's worth spending quite a considerable amount of time on that, then start thinking about how your voices can start to sound good together in terms of the timing. Now, when you've got multiple voices, the chance of people hitting the notes really accurately in terms of timing is quite remote. There's always going to be a little bit of sort of crossover, one person starting a fraction of a second sooner than the other or finishing. So practice getting tighter in that sense. So pick a song that you're working with and actually use the rhythm exercise, which I explained in one of the previous videos, which is bib. So get people to replace every note that they sing, every syllable, with the sound bib. And when you do that with a group and a choir, you notice straight away if there are any timing issues and if people are suddenly sort of singing out of time from each other, or not quite coming in the right places. It makes it all very clinical and very easy to read and pick up the mistakes. The other thing that helps a choir blend with each other is a sense of vibration. Now we're making a sound, and that sound is a vibration of air. So collectively we're just making one big vibration as a group or as a choir. Now our ears aren't the only things that can pick up that sound and that vibration. We can pick that up from each other as well in terms of feeling. So encourage your group to stand and place their hands on the top of each other's backs. So literally like this on each other. And as they sing, they should be looking for vibration they can feel in their hand. So as I'm talking now, I can feel a slight vibration there. So they're feeling that in each other. So they'll be standing there with their arms out on each other's backs. Now, singing in this way helps the ears to kind of pick up what's happening, but also you can feel the pitches, and you'll soon see when you do this that people become slightly more blended because they're very conscious then of the vibrations that they're following, and it begins to sound a bit more like one unit as opposed to lots of solo singers all trying to sing at once. So make that very clear as well to a group or a choir that we're looking for an overall sound, which is one sound, We're not looking for 5 fantastic solo vocalists to be singing all at the same time. There has to be that give and take and that blending going on. So play with the volumes, play with the timing, and begin to feel the vibrations of each other to actually get a closer harmonic sound. And check out future videos. I'll be talking about ways to play with and to hear harmonies for singing solo and for singing as part of a group work as well. If you want to add a harmony to your own tracks as a solo singer, or whether you want to develop harmonies in your group, then those videos will help.